it just seemed redundant to me. And also, it says, creating a physical offensive condition to others, including offensive bodily hygiene. Who's going to enforce that? How can anyone enforce someone who may not have had a shower or whatever? Thank you. No, I understand it. You have some older people. They may not have the facilities of mentally to take care of themselves. How can you enforce that and say, you can't come in here anymore? The senior center is supposed to be an open body to invite seniors in. We are to help them. If they need help mentally, physically, whatever they may need. I think that's what the senior center used to be. I think we're losing sight of what we are for Woodbury residents. No matter, I'm a senior, but you can be 55 years active adult to be a member of the senior center, all the way on up to, we have Gloria, who's 96 this year. I mean, we're there to help us, not to keep people out. So some of these things I found offensive, and it's just my personal opinion. I don't want to get going, I'll get upset here. And if a senior fails in the second thing, they're going to be asked to comply with the code. By whom, how, for how, who's going to log it, who's going to keep track of it. We're not a policing unit at the senior center. I think this could be a little more massaged, a little softer. It's just seemed a little rough around the edges. And to say to revoke senior center privileges, we pay those taxes to use that building. If you have to have a timeout for a week or two, like the reservoir used to do, if someone violated the codes, you couldn't come into the facility for whatever period of time. And an interpretation must be fully clothed, including footwear. It's interpretation. Kate, you may like what you're wearing. I may not like it. Tim, I might like what you're wearing. Who's to make that determination as to say, I don't like what you're wearing today, please leave? It just seems very stiff, but that's just my opinion. Enough of the senior center.
Okay, hold on, Maria.
Go ahead.
Let me just comment to that. You make valid points, you do. And I want to say that I don't think, I want to say each and every item that was on that list or that you brought up specifically, nothing was put in there easily. It was put, a lot of thought was put into it. There was a lot of situations that may have occurred. Now, with me saying that in response to you, I don't want you to think that I don't agree. I do. And I think that everyone that is in the senior center, the two ladies that work there, which we will discuss, this board will take this up with them, and this will be, we will take this to them, and we will look at each and every item, and maybe there's a different way to approach it and get our message across, because like you said, it is the senior center, and it is something that we want to attract people there. We want them to feel welcome there, and without question what you're saying. And we're not, just so you know, we're not taking that lightly, and we're going to, it's here now, but it's not, that is not going to be presented back like that without us looking at line items, each line.
I figured as much, but I know that you had the work session, you're looking at it, and it's just public's interpretation, and that's all I'm offering my opinion.
Yeah.
You do what you do is right, and I always, I've always supported the boards for many years, so whatever the board can come up with.
Listen, you could have come in here tonight and said, you know what, that was perfect. That list is, you're right?
Yeah.
So it means something to us that you're saying that. We'll follow up.
I know you will. The library, I'm aghast at what they said tonight. I'm ashamed of what they said tonight. We all, whether you're a board member, you live here, you're a library board member, we all pay our taxes. We all know what the buildings are. That's a town-owned building, Central Valley Highland Mills. You want to go into a lease program? Come on. You maintain the building. They provide a budget. Don't they understand what a budget is and how they work with us? You're not going to throw them out. How many years? Goes back, I have the paper at home, it's like 1950s. My husband's grandmother was the original library board member. His grandfather, who was the wife, the grandmother, he was on the school board that started this charter for the library to be with Woodbury. It's over 70 plus years. We're not throwing them out, I don't think. I mean, where would they go? Where would they buy property? And expand? They can't expand unless they go to Joey, they go to you, and say, hey, this is what we need. The only place they can go is up, or or you will have to buy land to make another library. I don't understand why this library board doesn't get it. Whether they're misinformed from this RCLS who is getting confused like what Monroe has. Monroe is totally different. They have a budget. If that budget were to fail, they would have no library. The way we are structured, they have a budget, you keep it going. And I mean you collectively. And we keep it going. We're all taxpayers in this. I don't think anyone would ever deny the library services or anything if they were asking for. This plan that they keep talking about. I lost a great friendship from somebody from 3 years ago because I had the audacity to ask what the plan was. It's been 3 years. They still don't have a plan that I'm aware of, I can foil it tomorrow, of what their capital improvement is. If there's no plan in place, they have a facilities report, I get it, but what you do as a town board and what the building department does, it's never enough. And I'm just tired of it. And if they have so much money, then something's wrong with their budget. Maybe this comes August, maybe the two of whoever's on the budget planning, they need to go with a pencil and eraser and say, no, 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 you have all this extra money. We have to tighten it somewhere. As a taxpayer, I can't do this anymore. These are just my feelings, and I could go on because I have other things in here, but that lease agreement, come on. I know it's a dream, but it just can't keep going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Just in response to that, tonight, the library board was put on the agenda so that they could present they had a package here. They have a list of items they wanted us as a board to consider. They want us to work with them and collaborate with them. And the opportunity was here tonight for them to come and present that. And that's what they did. Now, as a board, we are going to take this all under advisement. We're going to look at it carefully. We have our attorney with us to discuss this further. And thank you for your comments, too. So for tonight. Anybody else would like to come up?
Drag anybody in from the parking lot?
Joe, how about you? No. Go ahead up. Just state your name for us, please.
Yep. Brandon Calori, Highland Mills. The chairperson for the Parks and Recreations Committee. I apologize for not being here earlier. We were having a subcommittee meeting for the First Responders Day that we got coming up in June. Was there any questions with the packets? I saw it here during the work session. I just wanted to know how everything went and if you had any questions for us.
For the first responders?
No,
event?
for the welcoming packet that was presented?
Oh, the welcoming packet. Yes, we do have a few items there that we saw some grammar issues, also some items that I think were, that need to be corrected.
Okay.
Some titles, the names of some of the locations. Anything major? No.
Okay.
You had a Parks Committee member here, Willa Fryman, and also Joe was here.
Okay.
And that's basically what we said. We're going to look at it again and then just give it to you. But you know what? It was we all did say that it took a lot of time and effort. It was really well done, and Yeah, I thought it was good, Tyler.
All right, thank you. Okay. Thank you for the feedback.
Thank you for doing it.
How about the first responders? What did you have tonight?
All right, so tonight we had a meeting with 3 representatives, one from each department. We had Brian Wallace from the fire department. We had Debbie from EMS and Chris Correa from the police department. We were going over ideas for the friendly competitions that we want to have. I don't want to give too much away.
Okay.
You know, I want to keep you guys in suspense.
You don't want to give me a hint?
So, and you know, we want to come up with some unique awards. Last year we had representatives from Scoofus's, Newhouse's office, Con Schmidt's office, come and present plaques and awards of recognition. So today was the first meeting with the representatives. It went very well, and we'll definitely keep everybody up to date on everything. So,
Great.
I look forward to it. I'm going to pray for good weather like we had for last year. Obviously, we're doing the 5K prior to the kickoff, where we'll raise money for a local charity. We did very well next year, so we're hoping to do at least that, if not more. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a very unique experience this year. So I look forward to seeing everybody there.
So for the 5K race, what would the winner get? Just so I just want to know.
5K. That's why they call it a 5K race.
Bragging rights.
I was right there. I was there last year. I was right
We
there.
had gold medals last
Give me
year,
that.
so
I'm telling you.
He's working on it. Got him sweeten the
Good.
pot enough.
So we actually, it was a great conversation with the 3 representatives, and a lot of creativity flowed through there. And again, we want to we're kicking it back to their members so they can get their input on it, and then we'll move forward from there, and we'll keep you guys all updated. June 25th.
Okay.
All right.
I think we're good. Martha, I know you just stepped in, but Brandon came up and we said that thanked him and for you too, the job that was done on that pamphlet, the packet. Very well done.
We got a really good thing going over there at the parks right now, and I'm very proud of the team that we have there, everybody. So, all right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I forgot a couple
Yep.
dates. There's a couple dates that are upcoming. The Woodbury Chamber, we should have our breakfast on April 26th. All board members are always invited to attend. I know I sent it to the office and they sent it out, so that would be great to see some of the board members at that. Why'd I write May 12th? What's on May 12th?
Let me see at the end here.
I'll figure that one out.
Right, do you want to say this now or at the end during
About
public comment?
comment at the end.
This is
did we
agenda items.
that's on the,
Yeah, no, that's okay, I just.
because I was going to go home because
Oh, okay.
I've been up since.
Go for it,
5.
so chamber breakfast.
The chamber
for
breakfast, the 26th. I just submitted a letter to the town and the village board members. The parade, Memorial Day Parade, is May 29th. Phil Morello is the chairperson of this committee for this year. I am helping him. So we're going to be having the parade, so hopefully we'll get it up and running, no rain. So with that, I'm probably going to go home because
Thank
I'm
you.
going to enter into retirement now.
Good.
you going?
Congratulations. Enjoy retirement.
Oh, retirement? Oh, that's right, retirement from Nike.
Okay. We're going to move on to administrative business. Accept receipt of the minutes. Can I have a motion and a second to accept the minutes of the meeting held March 17th?
I'll make a motion.
Make the motion. Second.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye, sorry.
Okay, just make sure your microphones are on, guys, so they can hear you on the,
Mine on? I'm on.
thank you.
Abstract. Desiree, could you please read abstract 7?
I can, I just need you guys to give me a second, because normally I have my thing all prepared, but my computer crashed during the work session, and I can't open any of my files.
You have to go to paper?
I have to go to paper. I know, it's a little freaking me out. Okay, so this is abstract 7. It contains vouchers 220466 through 220580, and it totals I literally had everything pre-typed this morning, too. $225,796.59.
Okay, any discussion? We're good? Can I get a motion and a second?
Make a motion.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Approval of the budget mod. Desiree, could you please read the budget mod?
The first is for the police department by increasing B 3120.101 compensated absences by 7,000 and decreasing B 3120.100 police personnel services by 7,000. The next is also for the police department by increasing B 3120.453 vehicle repairs by $6,110 and increasing B 4320 federal crime aid by $6,110. The next is for animal control by increasing A 3510.466 expenditure of donations by $2,076.60 and increasing A 2706 animal control donations by $2,076.60. And the last three are all for the Buildings and Grounds Department. The first is to increase A 1620.408 fire extinguisher maintenance by $36 and decreasing A 1620.405 custodial supplies by $36, increasing A 1620.462 repairs materials by $3,500 and decreasing, did I just die?
Yeah, it went off.
I just died, right? Oh, I'm back. And I'm back to life. And decreasing A 1620.418 Earl Reservoir Dam by $3,500. Increasing A 1620.412 electrical work by $7,800 and decreasing A 1620.418 Earl Reservoir Dam by $7,800.
Thank you, Desiree.
You're
So
welcome.
the modifications for the police department, the first was to allocate fund to pay for unused leave time for an officer that retired. We didn't know this at budget time, to purchase a commercial cap and deck drawer for Unit 228 to be used for a tactical team. That's not covered under the grant that was awarded. The modification for the animal control is to recognize the spending of donation funds. And the modifications for the buildings and ground is to cover the maintenance of fire extinguishers that came in higher than budgeted, to seal open areas on the pavilion with matching concrete block, and to increase the electrical output on the maintenance building at Earl Reservoir to 200 amps. Can I have a motion in a second?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
We have discussion?
And we are going to have discussions. Yes. Go for it.
Why are we taking it at Earl Reservoir Dam instead of Unbound?
Taken out of the Earl Reservoir Dam, well, that was something that we have funding for, but the reports are coming back that they are adequate at this time, not in.
Oh, it's not in, I
Yeah.
thought it was still in.
No.
Okay,
So-
all right.
All right.
Very good, very good. And we talked to Joey, you already requested for the electric. So we're gonna, next meeting, we're gonna rescind the old one
Yeah, we have that for the next meeting.
for next, okay. Great.
All right. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, motion passed. The next item is to acknowledge the appointment of Deputy Town Clerk, Ms. N. Young. Deputy Town Clerk Francis Young will be retiring at the end of May. For training purposes, Desiree has budgeted for her new deputy to begin with sufficient time for training to occur. Can I have a motion and a second to acknowledge Desiree's appointment of Nicole Young?
I'll make a
as-
motion.
There you go. I'll second. Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed.
Thank you.
Okay. Old business, re-advertise for bids for bulk chlorine. Please, Desiree, read the information regarding the bid opening.
I can, and again, just bear with me because I have to flip
It
a
was
couple of
held last
pages
week.
around.
It didn't happen.
It did, well, it happened. We held it, then we just didn't get any bids. So bid opening was held on April 1st at 10 a.m. The public notice was printed in the Times Herald Record on February 22nd, 2022, and we received no bids. So therefore, you have no bids to award, so I do suggest that you authorize me to re-advertise.
Okay, so with that being said, I need a motion and a second to authorize Desiree to re-advertise.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yeah. What do we do if we don't get a bid for chlorine? Do we have a?
If you don't get a second bid after bidding twice.
Do we have a bid?
We don't have any bids.
Any bids.
Nobody bid. If we had a bid, you'd be able to award it this evening. We didn't receive any bids. So if we don't get any bids after the second time bidding, then generally we have fulfilled our requirements under the bidding and procurement of the comptroller's office, and you can generally use whoever you want.
Can
Correct.
we reach out to people?
Joe, do you have anybody that's reached out?
I can't reach out to anybody because I don't want to be accused of picking and choosing who I'm calling.
Right.
But if any of you or any employee wants to do that without me doing it, because I'm the one who opens the bids, that's possible.
Okay.
No, we have. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What about park concessions?
That's next.
We're
Oh,
doing.
I thought we did
We're
both
almost
of them.
there.
I'm sorry. My bad.
You're like, all right, Desiree, can you read the information, the bid opening held last week for the park concessions?
Yes, we had a bid opening that was held on April 1st at 10 a.m. For the Parks concession bid. We did not receive any bids either. The public notice was printed in the Times Herald Record on February 22nd, 2022, and we did not receive any bids. So therefore, I am recommending that you authorize me to re-advertise.
Could I have a motion and a second to authorize Desiree to re-advertise? I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Oh.
Okay. Any other discussions? All in favor?
I have a question.
Aye. Yeah.
I have a question.
You got a question?
Is it, I wonder why we got no responses to the bids.
Well,
Is
it came
is
in late. It came in at 10:05, and the bid opening was at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
there.
So
That's
there's,
why.
so there's sufficient time for people to see the advertisement and
Well,
respond?
the notice was printed on February 22nd, and the bid opening was held April 1st, so we gave a full month and a week.
Yeah.
And he's
And like I
5
said, the
minutes
bid
late.
came, the guys showed up at like 5 after 10? About 10 after 10, and unfortunately, the bid opening was at 10, so.
He will rebid, he will, when it goes back out, he will rebid.
Okay.
Can I go back to the chlorine? I reached
Excuse me,
out.
Joe, please come up so we have it. Thank you.
Yeah, that one was emailed at like 10:35.
On the two bids, again, the vending guy came at 10 after 10. I said, "You're late." He goes, "Why?" I said, "It's 10 o'clock. It's in the paper. It's 10 o'clock." So he will rebid it, and I told him when it comes back out, it should come out Monday or something like that.
I'm emailing it to the paper tomorrow, so it'll print Tuesday or Wednesday.
All right, so he'll know it and he'll bid it. The chlorine, when it came out, I reached out to the company and the girl said, I said to the girl, "It's in the paper. Can you guys bid on it? Because they've been coming to us for 10 years now." And when I called her that day, I said, "Where's your bid?" And she brought it over to the sales and they dropped the ball. It came in, like Desiree said, like 10 after 10, they emailed it was too late. So they will rebid it. So
Okay.
we will have bids for both things, but both of them were late. That's what
Yeah.
happens.
Hopefully it'll be before 10 o'clock.
So we're going to give less time this time because
They should be ready.
Right.
the Parks concession bid actually started April 1st. So there's that.
Okay, next item, we're going to authorize, can someone authorize to sign change order 14 and 15, the pool renovation. Change order 14 for the John P. Burke Pool renovation project totals $70,000, and that's for furnishing and installation of fencing that will go along the perimeter of the park. We had, just so an explanation, previously there was fencing around the pool. Now what we've decided to do is put the fencing around the entire park. This way, when you're in the park, you're basically, inside the fence. All areas of the park now will be included. So can I have a motion, a second, to authorize myself to sign this?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion?
This is just change order 14 or 14 and 15?
This
Just
is
14.
14. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Motion passed. And then change order 15 totaling $13,016.02 is for e-stops in the pavilion for the VFDs located in the pump building, which will allow for remote shutdown of the pumps in an emergency.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
That's for a stop over by the registration desk?
No, we had.
What's that gonna be,
this- Before I say it, Tim, the e-stop, you know what?
Yeah, they shut down the pumps for the
Right.
the corn.
So what we had discussed of setting that up over by where the pavilion is, where the old lifeguards used to be, where they used to hang out. But we decided to move it over closer to where the slide will be.
So it's not going as far?
No, won't go as far. But that would be an acceptable place. I think it'd be better to be there too. This way we have away from the gathering of people, right?
And
Large
still by
gathering.
lifeguards.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot for that short a distance. It's not very far. Yeah. You have to get back up though, Joe. That's the only problem.
Today, Jerry called me. I believe that 13,000 was to bring it all the way over to where and they would have to dig a bigger trench underneath the little concrete because they're going to put the concrete thing. That's what that price was. But we called today. I conferred with Bobby, and he goes, it's going to go by what Tommy says, by the slide somewhere. And so the trench is already dug. So that price, we should get something back out of that. I
Way
guess.
down.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
hold on. So with that being said, which I wasn't aware of today, I knew that they had changed it, but I didn't
It should be a
realize all
lot,
that.
yeah, it should be less money.
So is this something that we should have agreed to now, or should we wait till we get the price?
I think you should, my
Table?
personal opinion, you
Table.
should, I don't know what, table
We
it
should
or whatever.
approve the process, but
Not the price, because I
Not
think
the
it should be
price.
a lot cheaper, because it's not going to be
they
nowhere.
don't, and if they don't have to
Yeah.
dig any trench. It shouldn't
Yeah,
cost
I'm
nothing.
just saying that the trench is already, that's what they said today, this afternoon. So,
Joe, is there any, going from there to where you are stopping, is there any place where a second one would go in?
the second one's going to go in the building itself.
No, but I mean, outside, is there any place between where you're, for the building and where it's stopping, that it would be beneficial to have?
Right where it's going is going to be fine. It's going to
Okay.
be right by the slide.
Lifeguard?
And the lifeguard's always going to be around. The only thing I said to the guys, just make sure we put it somewhere where, some kid can't come around at 12 o'clock at night and hit the button, and shut everything off. But it'll be in secured, I'll say locker or whatever, or a box, so.
You can lock it up at
Yeah.
night or something?
This way, when they leave at night, they can lock it, because, at night is at night, so.
All right, so I'll reach out to the Fusco Engineering, that's who we were referring to, Jerry, that he works for them, and I'll get that resubmitted to the correct price.
So we'll table this one to the
We'll
next
ta-
meeting?
We'll table it till the next meeting, yeah.
Is that, if you table it, is that going to hold up the work at all?
Yeah.
Do you need it done?
Well, can't we approve it at the modified price?
Do we
don't
know what
have-
the modified
we don't know-
price
we
is?
don't have the
And we would
modified
need,
price.
we would need the form filled out.
So approved up to including that price.
Well, Tim has a good point. Why don't we approve it as is at 13 up to 13, and if it's less than,
So you wouldn't be authorizing you to sign the change order then? Because the change order has to be specific because it's an actual change order, which changes the contract price. So what you could, in my opinion, and you could ask Joe, you could approve the work to be done up to a certain price pending the submission of a revised change order for you to consider at the next meeting. Does that make sense?
Yes. Let's see if we can, you can authorize execution of the change order.
Not if we're
Why don't you
revising it.
why don't you just authorize the execution of an amended change order? How long, they should get that, they can get that in a day or two, right?
I would think so. Well, I'll call them first thing in the morning.
Who, Mainline is doing it?
Well, it goes through Jerry, and then mainline is subs to the electricity. But, yeah, it goes through Jerry.
so,
But when we get audited from the state, I have to have the change order amount in the minutes, and we're not going to have the change order amount in the minutes.
Well, we will the next time.
When are they doing it? When are they doing it?
well, they won't be doing it tomorrow. They're off, then they have it'll be next week. They were looking for this so that next week they could have it, because like you said, the trench has already been dug.
So what would happen if I hadn't opened my mouth? and you
That's a
didn't?
good question. Like, when did we find out
That's
that
why
this
you-
change order was being changed?
Yeah, but now it was a problem.
Today, and I didn't,
Well, why don't we just approve the change order as it is, and then we can.
And then we could do another change order reducing the amount.
Right, reduce it.
We could do that. We can do this change order
Well, you
as
can.
is.
I
and
mean,
then
it's $13,000 on a $2 million project.
$3 million.
$3 million, I mean, it's
And
not a lot of
upward.
risk.
Right. We could do
You know,
this change
we'll-
order and then do a negative
You
change
can
order the
approve
next
it,
time.
and knowing that we expect to have a modification.
Okay.
Listen, if they don't give you a deduction, then you're going to fight them for the next change order.
Yeah.
Well, they're still gonna submit a different bill.
like I said, it's the, all right, so,
You have a motion by Tim to approve the change order as submitted.
Just in case they close the ditch in before, we have the 2 weeks. You wanna do it while the ditch is open.
Oh.
Joe, they're going to do the
You
change
want a
order
second?
as is, and then request a change order with a negative amount for the
Hold on.
next time.
All right, yeah, because I just talked to Jerry. Oh, sorry. I just talked to Jerry. He says, yeah, don't sign that one, but you could do it, and he says it should be, he'll work on it tomorrow. He'll get a price for us tomorrow.
So then withdraw it.
I don't know how the
Is that what
legal
that's
stuff
what he
is.
said to do, not to sign it, right?
He said not to sign it. That's what he said.
I think what it is, because like,
Is Jerry the builder or the?
no, he
Fusco
works for the
engineer. He's
engineering
Fusco.
firm.
Fusco engineer.
But because of where we're at with this project and the fact that we give them the go-ahead for that stop, they'll do what they need to do, and we'll hold off on this. All right?
So we're not going to do this one.
We're not doing it.
Okay. And that's going to change the next sentence.
So we're just doing the change order on 14.
Yeah, so just,
With the amount of money we're spending, that's not gonna be something. It's probably
Okay.
only gonna be 5 or.
so for tonight's purposes, the total contract price for the project with the one approved change order, not two, is gonna be $3,326,342.53 at this time. All right?
It's gonna be 54 cents.
53.
53 cents. Okay, so we did the Bobcat Toolcat. That's done.
Yep, we did that already.
Next one, new business. We're moving on to new business with the bids for number 2 fuel oil. I need a motion and a second to authorize Desiree to advertise the bids to purchase number 2 fuel oil for the 2022-23 season. Tim makes the motion.
Second.
Tyler, second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I just want to, Tyler, when you and I were talking earlier, you had asked about whether we should wait on this or not, and I had told you to start at June 1st. I was incorrect, it's July 1st. So if you do want to hold off on me doing this, I don't have to advertise it right now. You can authorize me to advertise it, and I can wait another month or so to put it in the paper if that's what you so choose. I just wanted to tell you that I double-checked my information I gave you, and it's July 1st, not June 1st.
Is there a reason why you'd want to raise that for prices?
Well, oil's at all-time
Price.
high,
You-
and
you-
the futures price are gonna be at all-time high. I don't know what's everybody else think.
Roll the dice either way. It could
You
go
don't know.
I can tell you in the past, and we do this every year, and every year you get one bidder, and every year the bid is pretty much the same. It's a discount of, I think, like 15 cents off the day of delivery's oil price, and then they also offer the lock-in when it becomes available.
Oh, okay. That's
So
what-
it's
I
not
thought- I
it's
thought
not
we
a
were
dollar
locking in now.
amount. No.
Okay. All right. No,
It's
then-
a discount
then I-
off the,
yeah.
okay.
Then I thought we were locking in now, that's
Yeah, no,
all.
I just wanted to clarify because we
Yeah.
spoke earlier and I had the wrong information,
Okay.
and I apologize for that.
Yeah. Because normally this would be a good time.
Yeah,
Summer is a good time to lock in, but this year.
right,
maybe
yeah,
not.
but they don't send that usually till the fall, I think.
Right, okay.
All right, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passed. Next one is lead agency notification, Fisher subdivision. Notification has been received from the Village of Woodbury Planning Board of their intent to serve as lead agency for the matter of Hirsch. Fisher subdivision, ridge preservation and architectural review application located along Scunnamunk Road. SBL 204-1-36. Point 2, I need a motion and a second to consent the Village of Woodbury Planning Board as serving as lead agency for the above referenced application.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, passed. Authorize the supervisor to sign a Marshall and Sterling Business Associate Agreement. The Business Associate Agreement with Marshall and Sterling as it relates to the administration of the employee benefits, health and dental insurance. Motion?
Make a motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
I reviewed it, I have no objection.
You
I have no objection.
don't? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passed. All right, the next one is the confirmation of the traffic enforcement for the shops at Woodbury. Correspondence has been received from Anthony Mirando, attorney representing the shops of Woodbury, regarding traffic enforcement. The Village of Woodbury Planning Board resolution of approval adopted April 21st, 2021, Condition 25E requires his client to establish Town of Woodbury Police Department jurisdiction for this site with the town board and provide proof of such establishment to the building department. Pursuant to Town Code Chapter 227-4 states the Woodbury Police Department shall not enforce the parking regulations within a shopping center unless and until the town board of the Town of Woodbury has received a formal request pursuant to the vehicle and traffic law of the state of New York. Correspondence states further, his client does not consent to or request any control or regulation by the Town of Woodbury Police made pursuant to subsections 9 and 10 of the State of New York Vehicle and Traffic Law, Section 1660-A. Can I have a motion and a second to acknowledge that the Woodbury Police Department shall enforce the parking regulations within the shops of Woodbury pursuant to the State Vehicle and Traffic Law?
Do you guys know where that is?
Do you guys, well, let me get a motion and a
Okay,
second.
I'll make a motion.
Right, I'll second. That directly across from Coles?
Right.
Right across the 32.
You want to get up and say a couple words? No. Okay.
All right, come on.
Hello, good evening. Anthony Mirando, attorney representing the shops on this matter.
There you go.
That's my letter. So this is the site not by the Gulf Station, just north of the BMW dealership off 32, across from, Woodbury Shopping Center. Interesting the names are so close. But, so the request is simply, like you indicated, we have to, quote unquote, authorize the town to, authorize the police to enforce the regulations within the shopping center.
So I spoke with the police department in Woodbury, and, well, Joe, you want to say it? Go ahead.
Well, I spoke with the chief, and he's familiar with this procedure, and he's fine. Now, the property owner is giving us authority to enter the property. It is private property. Our department can now enforce the laws as appropriate on the private property. And the chief has no objection, and he'll do so.
And directly across from that is where the Coles is located, and Michael's, and
Commuter lot.
the commuter, where the
Yeah,
hotel.
right. Actually, the picture he has shows nothing except the demolished hotel.
And the
It's a
Woodbury Police Department responds to that location, which is directly across, so it's right in line.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
You can start building tomorrow.
There's a moratorium.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Then I have, the next item is authorize the supervisor to sign the JPB pool slide application. I need a motion and a second to authorize myself to sign an application with the New York State Department of Health Division of Environmental Health Bureau of Community Sanitation and Safety to approve the plans and specifications for the construction of an artificial swimming pool and apparatuses?
Apparatus.
Opportunities. Opportunities.
Opportunities at 129 Dunderberg Road, Central Valley, the John P. Burke Pool.
All right. What's that, what does that mean that you're signing? What is, just the application?
Just the application, right,
Okay.
for the pool, for the slide.
Yeah, for the slide.
Apparatuses.
Apparatus.
Yes.
Opportunities.
So,
Are we
whatever.
trying to say appurtenances?
How do you spell that?
Appurtenances.
Appurtenances?
All right.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
I'll
I
second.
think we all went to Monroe Woodbury,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Oh, man.
Attachment.
Tim, you second?
Yep.
Tim
Who
seconds.
made the motion? Sorry.
I did.
Tyler.
Tyler. Okay,
All
Tyler.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passed, okay. Resolution requesting home rule legislation, hotel motel tax. Assemblyman Colin Schmidt has brought to our attention that the town's permission to impose a hotel motel tax will sunset on December 31st, 2022. Therefore, home rule legislation is required in order to be able to continue imposing this 5% tax. I need a motion and a second to adopt the resolution as presented, requesting continued legislation by the New York State Assembly and the New York State Senate for the 2022 legislative session, authorizing the town of Woodbury to continue to impose a hotel and motel tax in the town of Woodbury.
I'll make a motion.
Kate? Yeah, before we vote on this, I just wanted to thank Kate Luciani. She reached out to me, and she told me that she had received a call from Assemblyman Schmidt, and we to act on this. I didn't have that on my desk, so I want to say thank you to Councilwoman Luciani for bringing that to my attention. So thank you very much for that, and
I have a question.
Any comment? Yeah, from Joe.
Desiree, did you get my email with the suggestions?
I did, and I responded back that they were made.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So is this all we have to do to keep the motel, Joe?
Excuse
Is
me?
this all we have to do to keep the motel tax
No.
in place?
No.
Well, the legislature has to pass it, so this is just a request.
We have, so it has to go up to Albany?
Right, so this is, the process has been with these hotel taxes in several of the Hudson Valley, towns, that the state legislature has been putting these 5-year sunset provisions on them. Why, I'm not really sure, but it's consistent with other hotels in the Hudson Valley. So since it will be sunsetting at the end of the year, we are now making a new request to enact, or at least extend, the existing legislation.
so, Joe,
And its appurtenances.
This is the,
yeah,
this is the request to prepare the legislation. Once they assign the bill numbers, then there'll be another resolution you have to adopt requesting that they enact those specific bill numbers. But they need, according to Colin, we need to do this resolution in order to get the bill numbers created.
Okay.
it was my understanding that this was originally done, I think, 2016, and then in 2019, there was a 3-year extension, and now we're at for a 6-year total term, that would bring it to 2022 at the end of this year. So that's why this is being done, so.
All right.
And we are just requesting the extension. The legislature is going to determine whether it's 3 years or 5 years or something else.
Okay.
Hopefully, they don't put an expiration on it.
That'd be nice.
So if they don't, Joe has a question, if they do not propose the legislation, if they don't adopt the legislation, do we then have to rescind our local law that we have for hotel motel? I just died again. That we have, I think, Jeffrey, this needs a new battery at some point. That we have for the hotel motel tax, we have a local law about it.
Well, it wouldn't be enforceable, right. So
Right.
the authority for us to charge the tax would no longer be enforceable. Yes, we'd have to rescind it.
Okay.
We need to vote? Right.
You have a motion, but you don't have a second.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passed. Okay, do we have any other public comment? Okay. Department head board member comments. Councilman Finnegan, do you have anything for us tonight?
Like everybody from the library to come down and talk and sharing their viewpoints. That's a great start to
Hi,
figure
sir.
that out.
Yep. I agree. Councilwoman Luciani.
The only thing I have to say is that this Saturday is the Easter egg hunt at the Res, starting at 9, is ages 0 to 3. 9:30 is ages 4 to 7, and 10 is ages 8 to 12. So it's always something nice, you know, that the Parks does down there. Oh, no, the PBA, sorry. In the res, yeah, where the kids can collect their little Easter eggs. And then the other thing is, Chief Watson actually brought this in tonight. It's boxes for soldiers, and the Woodbury Police Department is actually doing collection there in the police department. It's from April 20th through April 30th. I put some things up on We Are Woodbury. I'll put them on Families of Woodbury also. So if you could just bring down some food items, for soldiers. They said that they're going to be shipped to troops in Africa, and Chief Watson's son is now serving in the military. So it'd be really nice if we could come together, as a community and bring some food for our soldiers. Thank you.
You want to announce the first responder, the event that you have in April too, later this month?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, we're having an open house here at the fire department on April 23rd from 10 to 2 to get new volunteers. The fire department is going to do a whole bunch of different things. I think a cutting of a car, showing how they, jump out a window, right, Tim? And they'll have, all different things, food and stuff for everybody to come down. So, again, that's April 23rd from 10 to 2.
Come get an application.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Councilman Etzel.
Speaking of volunteers, the JFS is still looking for, what do you call it, the people to transport elderly people that need a ride to the doctors and to shopping and any other services they need. Neil Kraus runs that, and he's been doing an excellent job. We have just enough people right now, but he's been taking some intakes, and the requests are increasing. So if anybody has any interest in doing that, there's information, I believe, on the town website.
Yes.
For the Family Visitors Program you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Family Services, right. So if anybody's interested, it'd be a great help. Thanks.
I want to mention also that they're going to be a representative at the senior center.
Yes, they're supposed to have a representative at the senior, except they didn't show up.
They weren't here. They were,
They have yet to show up.
but they were going to have them set 3 hours a week at the senior center, the representative from JFS. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. Tonight, I don't have much more than what has already been said. Again, everyone that came tonight, the two Eagle Scout projects that were presented to us tonight. Looking forward to see them to completion. I think that'll really be a nice addition to the park. Again, it was nice to see everybody here tonight. I do have one thing I'd like to say, not that it's a sad note. We had a longtime resident of Woodbury that passed away today, and I want to give my best and my best wishes to Bobby Paul, who was a longtime resident of Woodbury. I think he was the grandson of the Peronis, and he spent a lot of years here, and he was a really great guy. And his children, he went to Monte Woodbury. His children went to Monte Woodbury. And it was just a sad passing I heard this morning, so my thoughts and prayers go out to his family. All right, so with that being said,
I have.
Desiree?
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I thought you were going to forget me.
I was never going to.
He was ready to forget me.
I would never do that.
I just wanted to let you know that in June, the last Tuesday in June, I think off the top of my head, it's the 28th, I'm not positive, is going to be primary election day. However, if you normally vote at the St. Patrick's Church Gymnasium, you won't be, because they will be having Vacation Bible School. I do not know yet where you'll be voting if you normally vote in that location, but as soon as I hear, I will let you know. I do not know what the primary is for yet, because they are still collecting petitions at the Board of Elections, but I just wanted to give you all the heads up, so when everyone calls me to yell at me that they're not going to the right place, you have notice that that's happening. And are we going to discuss the virtual next meeting?
I just wanted to, we should ask if our attorney, Joe McKay, has anything he'd like to add.
You should.
Yeah,
I
he's
just
been-
wanted to
he's been
remind
here
you
all
about the
night. Yeah,
virtual
he's
thing. And maybe, Joe
listening very
Gianzaro, your
carefully.
department head,
And
too.
Joe, yeah, he's got
It
to
is
come back.
board member and department head comment.
Joe, you have anything else you'd like to add? Come on up.
Hey,
Yeah, right?
3 times
know-
I had to come up to the
Well,
podium.
I have one more thing I forgot, because the next meeting is going to be a little, probably, I think, the day after. Joseph Gianzaro turns the glorious age of 65 this
What?
month.
He doesn't
So,
look it.
Thank you very
April
much, Tom.
20th, I believe, is his
Thank you.
birthday. So
Yes,
happy
it is.
birthday, Joe.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, one thing I want to talk about is buildings and grounds. We do all the maintenance on all the buildings. So I don't understand why somebody wants a capital improvement where we can do all the work. So I just want to throw that out there because I don't know if that was presented the right way to you guys, but we've been doing everything. We
I
just
know
did.
you've been doing
We did we just did the 2 offices. We're gonna do another office. I just don't get that part because I do a budget. Everybody else does a budget. If you need something, you put in a budget and you talk about it. So I don't get that, but buildings and grounds, that's what we're here for. So I don't think that's fair that somebody else will be doing work that we should be doing. So just that.
Hey, Joe,
Just
Joe,
wanna
do
say
you
that.
know how long you've been in the department? How long have you worked here?
Buildings and grounds, this is the second year.
This is my second year, yeah. I've been doing this for 2 years. I've been with the
No, no.
town 15 years.
That's what I meant.
The parks. he's
Yeah,
been-
so that's what I
Been
meant.
here
So,
forever.
do you know any history, how long the town's been taking care of those buildings?
Since I've been around, yeah, forever.
Well, you have staff that's
Yeah.
been with
Yeah,
the park
We've been
since
taking
80.
care of that place forever.
Forever.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying it just, like I said, I do a budget, we ask for things, I'm sure other people do a budget. If they need something, it's in their budget. And again, at the end, if you have money left over, you figure it out and you get something that you might need that you didn't think about. And things do come up, like it's been coming up with the pool, we added stuff. But again, I do a budget and I ask for things and sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. If I could get Tyler to say yes a little bit more often, we'd get some more stuff.
There you
But,
go.
whatever. But that's okay, Tyler, I understand. But I just don't get that because we've been taking care. We do all the maintenance on all the buildings. So I just don't understand that part. So, but anyway, back to buildings and grounds. As you see, we're doing a lot of work. As you see, hopefully someday the sun's going to come out and we can start working on the fields, get that ready. You'll see some little league teams in playing already, but I told them go play, do what you got to do. But we'll get the fields ready, get the maintenance done that we have to get done. With the parks, again, people come out and get your passes now because I anticipate when everything's open, we're going to be really, really busy. So come now and get your passes. We're there. Let's get it done. We were supposed to do a lifeguard class at the school, but the school pool is down till further notice, so they found more stuff than they were supposed to. So we're probably going to do it the end of April, first week of May, up at the reservoir. So that's the best place, and I think we have like 20 kids signed up, so that's 20 extra lifeguards we can get.
Can you
So
do it, the YMCA?
we called the YMCA, we asked the YMCA, the lady said, I'll get back to you, and we called twice, and she never got back to us. So we tried, we asked her. This would have been a perfect week, she said. She's in between things, but she never got back to us, so we did try the YMCA.
But just to add to that, Joe did reach out and to the school, to Monte Woodbury, and we went over to the middle school, and they allowed us to do it, and just unfortunately, that middle school pool is in need of major repair right now. So
Yeah, it
as much as
started
they
out
were willing to,
It started out a small repair, they thought they were, but then as they got into it, it's a little bit more than they thought, and so it's down till further notice. And the pool is, I've been up here for 40 years or more, and it's
I was
been there.
first year in there,
Okay, there you go, it's
1970.
there you go, so, but,
Been there a couple of years.
hey, remember, the people turned down the pool in the new high school way back, so it is what it is. But unless you guys have any questions about the parks or anything, like I said, we're just moving along. We're just hoping for some better weather.
Hey, Joe, excuse me, you had a delivery for you stocked the res.
Yes, the res is stocked with 610 trout, 12 golden. Excuse me. Yes, we got 12 golden trout. We already had 2 people get pizza from Jay's. We have gift certificates So they got their free pizza. So there's 10 more in there. So, and there might be some from last year, I don't know, so, but. Say what?
Yeah,
The kite,
that's
yes,
Brandon's,
the
right?
build, we're doing a kite in April. People could send their pictures in, and we'll decide what we want to do with, highest kite, best looking kite, and they'll get a gift certificate for a pizza from Jay's also. And what? Great idea. Yes, no, again, like Brandon said, there's a good group of people, and we're trying to think outside the box a little bit to get more people to come and enjoy the parks. And like Kate said, we do have the Easter egg hunt. Just hope, please, everybody, hope that it's going to be a nice day. We're going to decide tomorrow in the morning with Officer Correa, see how the weather is and see if we're going to do it or not, because I have to get donuts from Jay's Deli. So that's the hard part of buying stuff and being able to use it. So we're going to make it, if it is, then of course we're going to go. No emails. If it's not, we'll throw an email out tomorrow. So hopefully the good weather will be here Saturday.
Well, I just want to let everyone know with directed towards you and your staff, the work that the Buildings and Grounds has been doing at the senior center, the kitchenette. If you get a chance to see it, I know Kate and I went there, and they have it. We're doing the same thing in the library, at the Highland Mills Library, and it was done also at the Central Valley Library. Plus, we did some work on some rooms, and there was a lot of work that's being done right now, just so everybody knows, with the courthouse. We received a $300,000 grant, which everyone was aware of, and the $300,000 grant, we got a lot of good work done. But to have that kind of work done and not take care of the interior structure of the building, I just thought that it's just unacceptable. And if you get a chance, the board members to go to the courthouse, you'll see what the Buildings and Grounds has been doing in there. It's really transformed it to quite the place now. So I just want to mention that. The workmanship is excellent. And there was a bathroom upstairs that was not in use. And
Bad shape.
It was unbelievable, and now the whole thing is renovated, and it's all
Well,
back.
the bathroom's not done yet. It's getting there, but the
But at
bathroom's
least it's
not
going to
done
be
yet.
used.
Yes. And
It's
just-
usable. Will be usable.
Will be usable. Just so you guys know, I don't know if Tommy told you, for the courthouse update, the gutters were going in on last Friday, but we had the rainstorm, so I believe they're coming the 19th of April to finish the gutters. We were hoping that it didn't rain, all the gutters would have been up. And then the company's coming back this week, right, to do all the punch list. What's the name of the company? I forgot the name of the company. Upstate. They're going to come and do all the punch list. All right, and I believe then the doors will get done in the front too. I guess they gave us that's on a going thing too, right?
And we have we're going to have the scheduled date. We'll talk to Desiree. Schedule a date when we get close for the opening of the courthouse. We're going to rename it the Edward J. Kelman.
Yes.
I met with the school district, with the superintendent, L.C. Rodriguez, and I think the school is going to want to have representation at this, the day we unveil it. Mr. Kelman, he was a fixture at the school for years and years and years. I mean, he was there before Tyler.
Way before me.
Yeah, but he was there while you were there.
He was already old when I was there. So
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
And then he was the judge.
Okay. And if you guys go to the pool, you'll see there's signs out for the asbestos removal. The company put their little signs out to tell people that there's going to be an ongoing project coming. And I believe all that paperwork's going to go to the building department, and I think they're coming in a week or so. Tom, was that?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. So the place is going to look awesome once we're all done. So that's all the updates. So,
All right.
okay, thanks.
Thank you. You good?
Oh, Joe, that's a low blow, man. You don't get anybody out. I don't know how to turn it off. He called me today. I go, am I getting trifles?
All right. So with that being said, I need a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting, and then we go into our
I'll make a motion.
Tyler. I'll
I
second.
don't want to.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you very much. And then we're going to go into our police commission meeting. All right. We can start right away, right? All right, guys.
Tommy,
for
did
the-
you record?
Yeah.
Yes.